Well, you have to bear in mind that the APEC region is the biggest in the whole world. We account for about 60% of global GDP, about the same in population, and also the same in energy consumption. So working with the biggest producers of energy in the world is incredibly important. But what's unique about UAE and the forum we have here is that they're not just looking at traditional sources of energy, but also more sustainable ones. And as we've heard during this forum, the latest trend, the most exciting trend is artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence requires a lot of energy. So how do we power that? And that's one of the key issues that we need to address as a region and globally. So working all around the world, cooperating with each other, ensuring that we have sustainable energy resources is a critical issue for the Asia-Pacific region and really everyone. In terms of AI, AI has the potential to increase the grid stability and grid viability so that as we use energy, and we have to use energy, we can't do without it, is to make the delivery of electricity more efficient. And so that's something that we need to look at and deploy and have the right systems in place to ensure that electricity is used more efficiently around the world. Other areas of potential, there are so many. In all of the manufacturing that we have, AI can be used to have more efficient industrial processes as well. So these are future-looking issues, but they're happening now, as I'm sure you've seen throughout the events this week. Well, APEC has always been about open regionalism. So we look at ourselves, how we trade amongst ourselves, but we also look beyond the Asia-Pacific region. And what we're seeing more and more amongst the APEC members is an interest in the Middle East. So we've seen various agreements between members of APEC individually, but also different Middle Eastern economies, including the UAE. But we've also seen a growing middle class, both in Asia and also the Middle East. So the potential for trade is enormous. It's not just primary industries like oil and energy, but it's also more sophisticated consumer goods as well. So that potential is there. It needs to be explored to see what we can really do. But there's also more green products that we can look at. So for example, China is also a huge manufacturer of solar panels. And also with the battery cars, electric cars. So that, again, these are areas of mutual interest that we can look at and see how we can all benefit from this trade. In terms of supply chains, it's not just about APEC and the Middle East, but a lot of Asia in particular, the trade with other parts of the world passes through the Middle East as well. So that's a source of connectivity that is essential to the sort of the trade of the APEC members that we have.